Oh, hell no. I'm looking like I need to be signed up for the goddamn Paranormal Activity franchise with this horrible ass lighting. So I'm just gonna go ahead. You already know what the deal is. Much. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties. Just stay still. The fuck? Okay, anyways, y'all. It's the day after my birthday, and not gonna lie, I'm gonna re-straighten my hair because what is this? But it's the day after my birthday, and everything's going good, everything's going well, but there are some things I just want to discuss. You know what I mean? Actually, let me turn on some music in the background, but there are some things that I want to discuss, and this video is mainly gonna be about my spiritual journey, how I begun it, when I begun it, and how it's going for me so far. And I'm not gonna lie, if y'all see me like lotioning myself, which I'm using Aveeno, I keep showing y'all these products and stuff, and it's like, bitch, I'm not sponsored, but who would even want to sponsor me, bitch? I ain't got no subscribers. I ain't got no subscribers like that. I mean, I do, but I don't. But anyways, yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about my spiritual journey. Now, before we like really continue, I feel like everybody's on a spiritual journey, but for me personally, I just feel like what really makes it a spiritual journey is if you acknowledge it. You know what I mean? If you acknowledge that, hey, this is my spiritual journey. I'm on the path to bettering my spirituality. Like, we're all spiritual beings, period. So technically, we're all on a spiritual journey. But for me, what really makes it a spiritual journey is if you are purposefully like acknowledging it as such and doing things to better your spiritual being, and like, you know, healing your inner child or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna play some background music. And there's a freaking ad.
Made by Google, because when Google makes your phone,
there's a freaking ad.
In real time. Your camera sees in the dark and fixes your photos like magic.
Can I fucking cancel this shit?
With a battery that learns from you and adapts to last over.
Bro, there's a 30-minute ad, bro. Like, this is gonna make my video so long. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Alright. So, let me talk about it. So, when did I start my spiritual journey? I actually didn't start it. I started it not too long ago, basically, right? And the reason why I started it is because, number one, I just realized things in my life weren't going the way I wanted it to way too frequently. There was just so many things going on, and then like I got a little bit depressed around this time. So it was just like not really giving, you know what I mean? So like I said, like overall, my spirituality wasn't hell. My mental health wasn't hell. And a lot of the reason is because I was too busy looking for love. I'm not sure if I talked about this already, but as a spiritual being, listen to what the universe is trying to send you. If the universe continuously sends you guys who are emotionally unavailable, who don't give a fuck about you, who only want you for one thing and one thing only, maybe it's because the universe is trying to tell you, oh shoot, maybe love is not the thing you should be looking for right now, or maybe you should focus on yourself. You know what I mean? So it's really just like taking signs from the universe and actually like implementing them in my life, taking what the universe is trying to teach me. Because like I said, for such a long time, in the beginning of the year to like the early late kind of like, you know, February, March, April section of the year, I kept meeting guys who just did not give a fuck about me. I'm just telling it to you straight. I kept meeting guys who just did not give a fuck about me. Guys who only wanted me for one thing and one thing only. Guys who just didn't want to be in a relationship and they just wanted to be in the talking stage. They didn't want to date. You know, they didn't want to court me or anything. If y'all don't want to learn what that shadow is, it's this bottle. But you know what I mean? And I just kept asking, like, why do I keep running into these guys? And for a little while, it took me a little bit, but I actually realized, oh shit, maybe it's because the universe is trying to tell me love should not be the thing you're focusing on right now. Love is not your main priority at this point. Your main priority is yourself. So I don't know, y'all, like, I just took that as like a lesson I should learn, a lesson that the universe was more so trying to teach me, you know? Focus on yourself. You should not be focusing on love, or you should not be putting all your happiness and all this responsibility onto one person, because it's gonna get you nowhere. And ever since then, like, I've just been on this big spiritual journey, you know what I mean? Like, this summer, I'm not worried about my exes. I'm not worried about who's this and who's that. I'm focused on me. You know, if you notice, the universe keeps sending you the same type of people. Like, for example, your universe keeps sending you people who take advantage of you, people who use you, people who abuse you. Maybe the universe is trying to teach you, hey, you should, you know, work on having more boundaries. It's just a whole lot of you know what I mean? But hopefully y'all get what I'm trying to say. I know there's lotion in here. Y'all, what I'm about to do is real ghetto, but it must be done.
Now available on the App Store.
Y'all see that? Anyways, so yeah, ever since I learned that lesson, I've been on a spiritual journey. You know what I mean? I also learned, you know, not to let people disrespect me, to have higher self-esteem, to respect myself much more than to just let somebody disrespect me because what, I want a friend, I want a relationship. Like, no. That's also another thing I learned. I also learned not to be so fucking naive when it comes to boys. There's a lot of lessons the universe has taught me. So with this spiritual journey, it's really focused on bettering myself and healing myself, and, you know what I mean, just working on my soul and mind and body. And like I said, one of my biggest inspirations for this year is Maddie Perez from Euphoria. I just like the way that no matter what she goes through or no matter what happens around her, at the end of the day, Maddie's gonna do what Maddie wants to do. Maddie's gonna make sure that she becomes like that woman who she was babysitting, you know, for. You know, she's gonna make sure she reaches her goals in life. Like, even though Nate fucking, you know, did something with her best friend, and even though her best friend fucking betrayed her, she's still gonna be out here grinding to make sure she lives the life she wants to live. She's not gonna let that stop her or let that define her. That's what I really want, because that's what I have problems struggling with, is losing relationships with people and not letting it define me. So that's why she's one of like my biggest inspirations this summer. Now, I am not trying to be like Maddie, period. I am not trying to be like Maddie. I'm not trying to be exactly like her, but I'm taking some qualities, some good qualities that she has, and using it for myself. You know what I mean? And an example is my exes, or the boys that I used to talk to. A lot of the boys that I used to talk to texted me back talking about, oh, what you want to do for the summer, da da da. And I'm literally like, I'm so emotionally detached from you. I don't care about you anymore. Like, you're trash. You know what I mean? Having that Maddie attitude, just being like, deuces, like, been there, done that. I'm ready to meet somebody new. You're not fucking entertaining for me. Like, for example, when Maddie first cheated on Nate in the pool to make him jealous, that's what I'm trying to emulate this summer. Period. If there was one scene of Maddie that I'm really trying to emulate this summer, it's that scene in the fucking season 1. But, anyways, I'm gonna go finish getting dressed because I got some things that I have to do that would not be camera appropriate, so hold on. Anyways, yeah, I forgot to mention this, but another lesson that I learned from the universe is I'm too young to be looking for love. I'm too young to be looking for a soulmate. We're all too young. That's one thing I really learned, is that at the end of the day, we're still growing, we're still changing. Our fucking low, whatever that part of the brain where we get to reason, is not even fucking fully developed. So what the fuck do I look like trying to find somebody at such a young age, stressing myself out for love, when it's like, I'm still young. Bitch, I want to fuck around. I want to live my life. Nobody's trying to get married at like fucking 20 years old. Like, no. That's the biggest lesson that I learned from me personally, is that I'm just way too young to be looking for love. It's just not gonna happen. Period. Period. It's not gonna happen. So like I said, I'm trusting my intuition more. I'm listening to what the universe is trying to tell me, you know, because at the end of the day, whatever greater being out there, whatever greater being there is out there, in whatever universe, whatever, I feel like the universe tries to give you signs. It tries to tell you shit. It's whether you want to listen or not. And I've chosen to listen. But I'm about to start straightening my hair out. Because look at this. I know y'all see that. Y'all see that? Let me bring this light up. What the fuck is this? Let me do your light. Y'all see all that first. Do it to you. Let me do you like Anyways, so yeah, like I said, why am I fucking whispering that low? So yeah, like I said, the universe be trying to tell you shit. It's whether you choose to listen or not. You know what I'm saying? It's whether you really choose to listen. And I've chosen to listen, so, you know. What about you? What about you? Because, baby, I'm a listener. I'm a listener. So, yeah. When it comes to, like, my love life, it's down the drain at this point. Like, I just want to be free. I want to be a hoe. I want to do what I want to do. I want to date who I want to date. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a hoe. Because let's be real here. A girl's version of being a hoe is nothing compared to a guy's regular version of being a hoe. So, in my opinion, I feel like there's nothing wrong with being a hoe. As long as you're not going around having unprotected sex and just sucking everybody. There's nothing wrong with being a hoe, okay? It's like, how are you gonna blame me for the fact that I'm pretty and I get boys on a daily basis? How are you gonna blame me for that? For exploring my options? Like, we're all fucking young. We're way too young to be trying to look for love. And I genuinely have a question, like, do some of y'all even know what love really is? Like, cause let's talk about it. Like, do y'all even know what love really is? Do y'all know? Cause, like I said, I'm just not trying to look for love. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm not trying to be in no talking stage. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm just trying to be me. I'm trying to live my life. Okay? All my young women out there, do not stress yourself over guys. We're way too young to be doing that. I'm not saying don't explore your options, because baby, that's always an option, okay? Exploring your options is always an option. But don't take it too serious. We're all young. We're all young and we are all still learning. But yeah, y'all, I am currently big 17 at this point, and your girl feels a little old. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like a little old. I'm feeling a little bit dated. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm feeling a little bit old. A little bit on the older side. Which is nothing wrong with being older, but it's like, you know, for women in society, we are taught that aging is a bad thing and should not be celebrated. In our case. I wonder how will I be in the next few years. Like, where will I be? Will I still be making YouTube videos? Will these videos even fucking exist? Will anybody even be watching these videos? For like any type of advice or anything? Listen, even if people don't watch my videos for like anything, at least at the end of the day, I'm expressing myself, I'm recording myself, reporting how I feel, things that have happened to me, whatever. Like, it's just fun, you know what I mean? It reminds me of Good Luck Charlie. Anyways. I'm just getting ready at this point. Like, the lesson, the everything is already done. But yeah, y'all, for all my pretty girls out there, all my young pretty women, explore your options. Do not stress yourself out over some fucking guy. Okay, we are way too cute to be doing all of that. And most importantly, don't nobody got time for all of that. Okay? Live your life. Explore your options. If people start calling you a hoe, so what? Be like, it's not my fault that I'm pretty and a lot of boys want to talk to me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. One thing I like about having acrylics is that you can use them to part your hair. That's one thing I love about acrylics. But yeah, a lot of the boys that I used to talk to are like hitting me up out of the fucking blue. And it's so fucking funny because I'm already emotionally detached from like all of them, if you want to be real here. I'm already emotionally detached from like all of them. and it's like y'all now want to hit me up after like I already been there, done that. Like, you're way too motherfucking late, sir. All of y'all are way too late. And listen, I'm the type of girl where I'm petty. I hold grudges, period. I don't forgive nor forget, and let's normalize that. You don't have to forgive or forget, bitch. Whoever made that up is the person who wanted you to do the forgiving. Period. Whoever made that shit up is the person that wanted you to do the forgiving. Okay? Gaslighting at its fucking finest. If somebody scams you once, are you gonna turn the other cheek so they can scam you twice?